10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Palm Garden housekeepers use brooms and mops, and they clean quickly from bottom to top. They clean and they polish and they do the spit shine. Palm Garden will gleam and smell good all the time. They smile and they wink without even a fuss. They scrub the old toilet and vacuum and dust. So this week, as you travel, a referral for me will be folks who are sick and need rehab, you see. Corners are spotless, dust bunnies they seek, so happy Environmental Services Week.
You can't put it off any longer. It's time to replace your home's AC system.
The answer is AceSolvesItAll.com and an exceptionally efficient AC system. Let the pros at Ace show you how you can save on energy monthly and give your family added comfort. The great thing is that AceSolvesItAll.com is on call 7 to 7, 7 days a week at no extra charge.
For a limited time, mention WOCA and get a special discount.
Call 877-765-4ACE or AceSolvesItAll.com.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Tuesday morning. Hope you're doing well. Can you believe it? It's already the 13th day of November. My goodness. Let's see. Do you know what a paleta is, Robin? Do you know what a paleta?
No.
Paleta?
No, Pilates, I know that. I don't know what
Pilates
a paleta
is an exercise.
I know.
To burn off the paleta. You burn off the paleta
Oh,
with
it's
the
a
Pilates.
food? It's a food?
It's an ice pop.
Really?
Yes, a paleta is an ice
Wow.
pop. It's going to be a new trend in Ocala soon because the paleta is sweeping the country by storm. We don't have any palaterias in Ocala.
What happened to extreme milkshakes? Did that just kind of fizzle out?
No. That's still happening. Extreme milk.
Okay.
My prediction is extreme milkshakes will be part of the fair. Is that a good word? At Light Up Ocala.
Yes. Okay.
What was my other prediction for Light Up Ocala? Oh, that all the construction work would be done by then.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay. And you might see paletas at Light Up Ocala. Now, this is a great idea, actually. A paleta is an ice pop, and you can make it any way you want.
Okay.
And there is the Cerulea. I'm trying to pronounce these words.
Is this like freezing ice cubes in the freezer?
No, well, I guess. I mean, except you make your own design.
Because I used to do that for years. I would put, you could have some booze
well,
in there. You
actually,
could have
okay.
some stuff for
so
the
yes,
kids,
but just put a
like
stick
that.
in it.
Oh, I've done that too.
It's an ice pop, but you could do it. You could do it. A lot of people are doing it with coconut water.
Oh,
and it becomes a coconut paleta. But there's all kinds of recipes if you want to make a paleta, and you basically, like you say, you put it in your freezer and you sell it. And you have to buy the wooden sticks, okay?
Yeah, and in fact, for decades they've been selling those plastic form things. You make your own thing and you stick it in there and freeze it.
You got the idea.
Paleta.
Yes, and so somebody will have the idea to sell paletas downtown on the square during the Light Up Ocala. I'm just predicting here.
Yep, you're good at predicting.
Because it's another trend happening across the country.
Okay.
And so there was a gentleman, 89-year-old man in Chicago, who is hipper than most of us are, and he was having trouble paying his bills. So he decided he would have a push cart paleta, and push cart, with that free. Right. I don't know if he it was electric. I don't know if he had dry ice in it, but anyway, he could keep frozen paletas and then walk the streets and sell paletas. 89-year-old guy. Right?
Okay.
Somehow somebody took a picture of him on one of those social things and found out what he was doing, why he was selling the frozen treats. Well, he was doing it to help pay his bills. His name is Joel Cervantes Macias.
Okay.
Macias. Anyway, so there you go. He's they had the goal. Somebody started a GoFundMe thing with the goal of raising $3,000. Anyway, they raised $250,000 for this man in 4 days.
Wow, that's awesome.
$250,000
cool.
for this man.
Congratulations.
11,000 people as of early this morning had already contributed to this guy.
Good. That's wonderful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the name I gave you is the man who set up the fundraiser. The man's name, the 89-year-old's name, is Fidencio Sanchez.
Oh, okay.
He told the Chicago Tribune through a translator, the money means his paleta selling days may be over.
Oh.
He's 89 years old. Anyway, a paleta is defined as a Mexican treat similar to a popsicle.
Well, he'll be able to set up franchises, though. He shouldn't give up on it. Now, people buy the franchise through him, and everybody's happy.
You're thinking like somebody younger than 89. Why would he do that? He's 89 years old. He's got $250,000. He's okay.
That's right.
He can keep his lights on. He can sit in his chair and do whatever he does,
Exactly.
He's fine. Take a trip, visit the grandkids,
So he's set.
Yeah, but somebody else could do this idea.
Exactly.
Somebody else could set up a paleta franchise.
Right here in the mall.
Right. And do you pay now or do you paleta?
People have entrepreneurial ideas all the time to help themselves, and I think that is absolutely amazing.
I just love that story.
I do.
Ryan Lochte, the swimmer, the guy who was down in Rio de Janeiro, making us all not so proud because he lied.
No, making America look
He
bad.
was on Dancing with the Stars last night, and there were some people in the audience who were not happy with him.
Good. Did they boo him? I hope
there were
did.
some ladies standing in the back row. I guess it's a small audience, and they were calling him liar, 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 throw the liar out, throw the liar out.
Good for them.
Yeah,
good for them.
But there was one person who actually rushed the stage, maybe even two, and so it kind of upset. Who's the host? Tom DeBergerac, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the judges, Carrie Ann Inaba, was trying to critique Lochte's dance. And she said, excuse me, because there were people going up on the stage. And, I think it was two guys went up on the stage. I don't know what they were trying to do, attack Ryan Lochte or something.
Yeah, they shouldn't give him that fame at all, those Dancing with the Stars people. That was so stupid on their part.
Okay, the girls in the audience chanting, that's, it's really not acceptable because they're trying to do a TV show and they have a free opportunity to be entertained, and they went there and abused that invitation. They could make their statements in another way. But attacking physically, confronting somebody, that's wrong. There's no justification of that.
Well, not physical, but I mean, they have the right to voice their opinion, just like those 49ers football players. That guy, he didn't want to stand for the national anthem, and so it's the same thing. Lochte put a bad light on America, and you've got Americans protesting him that he shouldn't be in the public spotlight at all.
Right. You have a right to protest, but when you're in somebody's TV studio where they're filming a dance show, you are an invited guest.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's not the place to do it. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that story. It's kind of a funny story, actually.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to be there. Dancing with the Stars people. But then again, those executives know what they're doing, because now they're going to get higher ratings.
There you go.
And more people are going to, the advertisers will buy time. And,
that's right.
They don't care about America and the light that he shed on it.
Let's see. The latest version of Apple's mobile operating system, iOS 10, becomes available as a free download today. The new upgrade is billed as the biggest ever for Apple in terms of new features. Two key features are Siri and iMessages. I have Siri loaded up right here, by the way.
Oh, cool.
So I thought I'd share it with you.
Yeah, that Siri comes in handy.
Yeah, I wanted it to settle an argument. How do you pronounce those cheap noodles?
Okay.
Is it ramen or ramen?
I say ramen.
I say ramen too.
Yeah, and
some people say ramen.
Yeah.
So I do have Siri here. I have to do this real quick. Okay, let me hold on. Siri, how do you pronounce those cheap noodles? Is it ramen or ramen?
According to the Encyclopedia Britannica and other sources, those cheap noodles packaged in shrink wrap, often exchanged by prisoners as jail currency, is pronounced ramen. Note, less affluent and those with poorer education say ramen.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So, yeah. So less affluent and poorer educated people do say ramen.
Ramen.
So it's acceptable then. It's just a different segment of the
Class,
society.
Yeah, right. Especially those prisoners.
Okay. All right.
You had that story.
Anyway,
Prisoners
so
are selling ramens. I don't know. Now I'm confused.
The personal digital assistant Siri has been added to many apps, including LinkedIn, Lyft, Square Cash, and Vonage, whatever, to dictate messages, hail a ride, and make payments and calls.
Hail a ride.
Texts will be more visual in new iMessage with stickers, bigger emojis, and the ability to draw pictures. Users will need the recent Apple device to download the free update. This is the kind of news I love to have in the morning.
This is great.
I love these kind of stories.
This is great news.
All right, so there is this talk that after Hillary Clinton had to leave the 9/11 memorial event, when she was seen later on in the streets waving and smiling, that lady was not Hillary, that was a body double. A couple of things that were pointed out by those who think that's the truth. I can't tell you one way or the other. Officially, that's not the truth. Oh, come on. But anyway, those who they say her hair color is not the same. Her physique is a little trimmer than the Hillary that was at the 9/11 memorial. Oh gosh, what else did they say? Oh, and there was no noticeable Secret Service, like within the proximity that they would normally be in a public street.
There you go.
So
there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. Variable cloudiness and humid on this Tuesday with a couple of showers and heavy thunderstorms in the area. Watch for flash flooding, the high 82 to 86. Partly to mostly cloudy Tuesday night with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, low 73 to 77. Times of clouds and sun Wednesday with a shower and thunderstorm or two, especially during the afternoon hours, high 85 to 89. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Highland Memorial Park is known for being the most beautiful and family-oriented cemetery around. They're continually building eye-catching features that make the park stand out. They also offer a wide variety of pre-planning services to bring peace of mind to your loved ones. With nearly 70% of us being cremated here in Ocala, Highland wants you to be aware of how much money can be saved. A man and wife can save thousands of dollars with cremation and still have a remarkably peaceful and dignified burial. Whether your choice would be in ground or above ground, you owe it to yourself and your family to see how much money, time, and grief you can save by taking care of this now. Call today to get the answers to your questions and see if cremation is right for you. Call 352-369-1020. That's 352-369-1020. And when you set an appointment and both husband and wife tour Highland, we'll give you a gift certificate to the Brooklyn Backyard Restaurant. Call Highland today, 352-369-1020.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Curly fries are the most caloric. Curly fries are a no-no because all those curls create more surface area for oil to glom onto during the frying process. If you have a bigger role in the company right now, but you're seeing no change in your compensation, our career coach says you should be asking for a raise. Did you know that people with children are half as likely to get a cold as people who don't have kids?
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now, keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
WOCA.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning. Nice looking day. And we're talking about things in the news, and let's just continue with that. I was just looking at the Paleta thing, by the way. There's a lot of different flavors of Paleta. Apparently one of the most popular flavors of Paleta is a mix of ice cream and whatever flavor you make with the Paleta.
Oh, that's like dreamsicles.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing. Those orange and vanilla things,
exactly.
right?
Ice cream in the middle and ice pop on the outside.
So we learned a new word for today, Paleta.
Yeah, Paletas. Now I have to find one.
Paleta. Am I saying it right, do you think?
Yep. Now I have to find one.
There's a new advertisement that'll be on the electronic billboards up in Times Square in New York.
Ooh.
It's a digital ad that will feature a Superman version of Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. The ad has a photograph of Trump's head on a cartoon body in a Superman suit with the capital T, where the planet Krypton's favorite sun has the logo that looks like the S.
Cool.
T for Trump instead of S for Superman.
Nice.
In the ad, Super Trump flies into the scene in front of clouds and an American flag background before flying away. The words Super Trump, Make America Great Again are seen above and below him.
Nice.
Donald Trump, by the way, has a new ad that says "Keep America Safe" or "Make America Safe Again." Make America safe again.
Oh, good. I like that
and
too.
And that follows one of the readers of the names of those who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001. And he was with a group called, I'm doing this from memory, Facebook Apostles. So there was a gentleman up there from a group called Facebook Apostles, and he ended his each one of the people who read the names of those who died on September 11th ended the reading of the list with some personal connection, and he did the same thing. And then he followed his with "Let's make America safe again."
I like
so
that.
So he used the phrase, and they're saying that Donald Trump was touched by that. He was right there in the audience, and so he thought he would take it. And boy, wasted no time getting an ad up that says "Make America Safe Again."
No, because we have unrest in this country, and people are afraid to go out. Children are getting shot, and it's just awful.
Anyway, the ad that I just told you about on Times Square cost $25,000. If you're thinking about doing something similar, you'll have to pay $25,000.
There you go.
$25,000. You get an ad in Times Square.
Yeah.
I often question: do those ads actually make a big difference? I mean, I guess they do if you get national publicity from it.
Yeah.
But if you just have an ad that is $25,000 and is only seen by the people right there in that little corner of the world, is that really worth it?
Well, that author we interviewed, Alan Helgeson, he had an ad in Times Square.
Yes, he did.
About his book.
He sure did.
It last year, was it? Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Remember
and
that?
I thought the same thing then.
That was cool. He sent us a picture of it.
I know, and I thought the same thing.
That was cool.
I thought the same thing. Did he sell more books?
Yeah.
Because of that ad. I think if you put like a placard on the side of a bus, more people would see it.
Yeah.
How many people go to Times Square? I know you could say lots of people, but they're all tourists.
Well, tourists read.
They're not looking at anything. All right, a woman. This is a horrible story, by the way. A woman dressed in traditional Muslim clothing had her blouse set on fire over the weekend. The 35-year-old woman was visiting from Glasgow, Scotland. She was window shopping on Fifth Avenue in Midtown Manhattan on Saturday when she felt her arm getting hot. The website quoted New York Police Department sources as saying when she realized her blouse was on fire, she extinguished the blaze by patting it out with her hand. She told police she then noticed a man standing beside her holding a lighter. Neither she nor he spoke, and the man walked away.
Oh, my God.
The woman declined medical treatment and has returned to Scotland.
Why didn't she yell and scream for help? Somebody could have tackled the guy, and they could have arrested him, kept him from doing it to somebody else.
My gosh, she's a 36-year-old lady. 35-year-old lady.
Yeah, see, she could have screamed and said this,
Well, one thing says 35, one thing says 36. But the point is, I mean, why are you doing stuff like that? Didn't we learn a long time ago that you cannot do a broad brush? You can't do a broad brush stroke about anybody. You can't say all blank are this or that. You can't say all white people, all black people, all Muslim, all Indian, all men, all women, all old people. You can't do a brush stroke. What do you call that thing? Broad brush stroke.
Broad brush. You came up with that phrase.
I did.
A few years ago when we were still in the Cascades.
Don Fowler, who served as chairman of the Democratic National Committee in the mid-1990s, is calling for the Democratic Party to come up with a detailed plan on picking a successor to presidential nominee Hillary Clinton should the need arise. That plan should be put in place quickly. Fowler insisted earlier in the day. The deadline of 6 p.m. yesterday was his deadline that he imposed himself. It passed, of course. Nobody made any changes.
Yeah.
Fowler said that he expected Clinton, whom he has supported ever since her first run for president in 2008, to fully recover from what her doctor said is a bout of pneumonia, but the process should be streamlined just in case it is ever needed. It would make sense, wouldn't it, for the parties to have somebody in place or some plan in place, not just the Democratic Party, but all the parties should have something in place in case one of the candidates either decides to change their mind or get sick or worse.
Yeah, so the person that's the vice presidential nominee, he doesn't really have a say in it. I mean, they won't,
Well, that's what they want to decide. I mean, right now, there are no rules, apparently. There are no rules. There are once they're elected.
Right.
So anyway, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Robin.
Hey.
I believe that the person that should be considered as the alternative should be Bernie Sanders. Didn't he run also?
Yeah.
He came in second place.
Where I'm coming from. Why appoint somebody you never really paid attention to? You don't know where they stand on anything. At least he did run, and he did gather a following. He had votes during all the primaries. So to me, he would be the most logical person to put there, not some unelected, appointed person by some group or party. Party officials, I should say, because, to me, that's usurping the entire electoral system.
That's a good point.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Isn't that what we did with Sheriff Blair? I mean, when Kuhn dropped out, dropped out, remember?
Yeah, Dan Kuhn dropped out.
Yeah. Well, I think he should have dropped out, actually.
You mean?
We're talking about different circumstances now. This guy, literally got caught with his pants down in a public office somewhere. So he disgraced he was a disgrace to the public.
Well, I'm talking about the first time. You mean? Okay, we'll talk about. I don't know if we're talking about this time or last time. When Blair was first elected.
That's how he became.
Sure.
Kuhn got involved in a
right
scandal of some sort, right?
He didn't have a blue dress like Bill.
Right. But anyway, that's to me the I would say the politically correct thing to do. I mean, he did. Sanders did run. He did have a great following. There was a lot of people voting for him.
Well, that's what
I cared for his beliefs and everything.
Right,
but, right. He was the one that spent the money and took the time to run for the office, and Hillary wound up winning the nomination. So if she can't continue, there's your ace in the hole.
All right. Well, we'll see what they decide. I think you're making a really good point, and I'm sure some people will make that same point if they ever discuss this, and they should discuss it. Not just the Democrats, but the Republicans.
Yeah.
This should be a conversation. All right. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate.
All right. Have a good day.
Appreciate the call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. I was dialing to call and tell you at the same time you mentioned the Kuhn and Blair race. It's the same thing. My thought was that Bernie Sanders, whether I like him or not, would be the logical candidate because he was the people's choice other than Hillary. Yeah. So when I heard that they were going to pick a candidate, I thought, well, what is Bernie, And why isn't the press talking about him more? I haven't heard that mention Bernie anywhere on Fox or CNN.
Yeah, well, I think it's up to the party, since this is all about the party right now. And
it was the same thing in Ocala. The party didn't want to pick Chris Blair. I mean, the party had some other people, and it was, then all of a sudden people brought to their attention, hey, what about Chris Blair? He spent his money, and he was only a few votes away. And, with a little pressure,
that'll
Chris
be the
Blair
discussion.
was on the ballot.
Yeah, no, you're right, Linda. I appreciate the call. Good.
All right. Hey, we put the radio WOCA on when we leave the house for our dogs. When you were talking about dogs this morning.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So when we leave them home, we turn the radio on.
Oh, really?
And
tell me a name. I'll call the dog.
Oh, yeah, sure. Calabuck Sarah.
Calabucks. Calabucks. You want a cookie? All right. Thank you, Linda.
Okay, do that for me. Okay. Thanks.
That'd drive the dog nuts, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air. We had about 1 minute.
Hey, Larry, earlier you said this is a beautiful November morning, so I know you thought you were seeing things when you talked about a Hillary double, but now you're seeing double months. No,
did I really? Did I really do that?
I can't.
Well, yeah, that's all right. You probably get up at 0 dark 30, as they say, 04, but I would agree with both of the last callers, but I'd also share with the listeners, they were preemptively, as they did with the Iraq War, they preemptively wanted to remove Donald Trump, and actually Romney was involved. Even Paul Ryan was under consideration. So the Republicans have, from a hostile standpoint, a hostile takeover of the Republican election, consider removing Trump. And that's not seeing doubled. So, in any case, I think Joe Biden, which you said yesterday, Larry, I would agree with your selection, but it'd be handled by the people that run the party, and I'm sure they
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the call. All right, and I apologize for saying November. We'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Hillary Clinton off the campaign trail again as her team says she recuperates from pneumonia.
Clinton and her team only admitted that she had pneumonia after video was revealed on Sunday showing her struggling to get into her van after the 9/11 memorial. But Clinton insists she did not faint. Clinton says she didn't think her health issue was that big of a deal. She says she's had some of these dizzy, dehydrated issues over the years, but did not give a precise number.
Fox's Mike Manuel. Donald Trump, campaigning in North Carolina, continued to blast Clinton's remarks that half of his supporters belong in a basket of deplorables. A U.S.-Russian ceasefire in effect in Syria, according to the military there. Meanwhile, tensions on the rise with Israel.
The Israeli military is conducting exercises here off and on in the Golan Heights, right on the border with Syria.
Fox's Jessica Gallagher, Fox News. We report, you decide.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm 1 out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we could grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
It's the end of the fiscal year, and that means budget cuts and number crunching. Now's the time of the year you're evaluating your expenses, planning your budget, and finding ways to save money and increase efficiency to maximize profits. Dex Imaging understands and delivers. Call Dex Imaging today for a free document management evaluation. Cutting your office expenses is as easy as calling Dex Imaging. 352-266-0333. Start saving money today and increase your bottom line with Dex Imaging. Printers, copiers, and fax machines that increase office productivity and save you money. No one understands your bottom line better. Call Dex Imaging today. 352-266-0333. Or check them out on the web at deximaging.com. That's DEXimaging.com. Or call 352-266-0333 for your free document management evaluation today.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
The hit movie is now a Broadway musical, and you can see it live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater September 8th through October 2nd. Join Violet, Dora Lee, Judy, and all the girls in the